What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another live trading session. How much people we got? We got 95, 96 people tuning in already 3 minutes into the stream, which is so crazy. I love to see every single one of you guys tuning in consistently. It's our first Asia session of the week. Monday's high was already taken. Second thing that I noticed on the daily time frame, no wick candle. If you guys noticed that, daily time frame today has no wick. So we're definitely going to be pulling back at some point. Guess what's right below the daily no wick candle? We have a IFEG. So because of how Monday's range closed, this fair value gap, which was a bearish FEG, turns into a bullish IFEG. There's a bunch of stuff that we're working with that's going to support buys today. So let me also extend this out, extend right, and mark this out as a daily IFEG because this is actually bullish. And then we have one more concept that I want you guys to pay attention to today, and that's going to be right here. This is called the daily immediate rebalance. So much good stuff that we have today right below us. So we're going to be scaling down to the lower time frame, and we're going to be looking for a potential bearish setup. I'm actually looking for sells today. So for anybody that was wondering what I'm going to be looking for, we're looking for sells. Part of the reason is the fact that we took out all this liquidity here. So highs were taken out. Now we're starting to reverse. We're going to be looking for a reversal from this area. I'm not seeing any gaps here on the 5 minute, at least relevant to where we're currently at. We have one right here. We might actually just be able to take a trade off of this one. If we close below it, that is. Okay, we did close below it. Guys, pull up your charts quick. Yo, 5 minute time frame. Might as well go in once it taps into this thing. That was really fast. All right, set up your charts. It's a Monday. We're going to do low risk Monday. 0.5 lots. It's going to be a sell trade. We're waiting for it to tab back in. And our stop loss is probably going to be, let's see, if we take a trade from this area, we don't want to be placing our stop way above the high. Maybe like 40 ticks. So risking about, what is that, 200? 4682. Let's do 4682 for our SL. And now we just wait for it to tab back into this 5 minute bearish IFEG, which it's about to tap into, and then hopefully reverse from 5 minute bearish IFEG. So once it taps into this area, we're going to be looking for a rejection. There you go. I'm actually just going to hop in. No, that ran up really fast. I'm not hopping in after that. All right, we're waiting for it to pull back. Once it starts pulling back, if we see that it goes back into this gap, we're hopping in for sells. So get ready. Get ready. Once I see that it starts to pull back, we're going to hop in for sells. But if it continues to go up higher, we're not going to look for a trade just yet. Our TP number one for today is 4650 if we get a bearish trade, which we don't have right now. 4650. That's what we're looking for. Daily no wick. TP1. We just need a confirmation now. Take profit 1. But does everybody understand why I'm looking for that today? We're looking for sells because we took out Monday's high, first of all. Second of all, we're inside of a bearish daily gap to the left. So we're currently right above this one, and we have yet to create a wick on the daily candle. And we have a daily bullish IFEG that we just created. We haven't tapped into yet. So I'm expecting price to go back down for sure. We just need now confirmation. It didn't give it to us. If you saw that, we created a IFEG, but we didn't respect it. And I'm glad that I didn't enter because that came so fast. So much volume ran into the market. So we're going to give it another chance, look for some confirmation, and see if we potentially reverse back down. Let's see. We're getting a really massive fair value gap here on the 1 minute time frame. So we might actually be able to just use that one. Let's mark this out and see if we flip this gap right here. It's a bullish gap for now, but we're looking for price to flip this gap. Yeah, that ran up so fast. What's going on, everybody? 124 people in here. Hope you guys are having an amazing Monday. Welcome to the first live trading session of the week. I'm in a buy right now. Nice, bro. What made you get into a buy today? Nice to see you. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Thank you, Lucas. Makes sense. Awesome. Let's go. Okay, so now we have this new gap. Like I said, we are looking for sells because of the Monday's high getting taken out and expecting a retracement for the daily candle to create a wick, which it still does not have. Very significant, by the way. So now, because our 5 minute didn't work, we can look for a new confirmation. So this would be a 1 minute bullish FVG. We can look for this to get disrespected. And then that would be a bearish trade, bearish confirmation for us that market structure is breaking. Because also, we've already broken market structure with this 5 minute IFVG. We just didn't respect it. So if we pull back, create a 1 minute bearish IFVG, we can still take another trade. So let's see if that happens. I would say in terms of like potentially a break even. So if we were to enter off of this area, I would definitely want to go break even by the time we take out these lows. Do you guys see these equal lows right here? We barely missed this low, so this is an equal low. We might reverse from this area. So once we get it in our trade from here, we're going to try to go break even by the time it gets down here. Okay, does that make sense? So that's actually about 50 ticks, which is a good amount of distance. We'll go break even and take off some partials when we get down into this area. That's as long as we get confirmation. Yeah, we're going to be selling today. I can see why a sell can happen. Been making bread on buys all day since 5 p.m. Since 5 p.m. In your time? Are you talking about 5 p.m. Eastern? Because I thought you were joking by saying like you've been in buy since 9 minutes ago. I'm in Pacific Standard Time, so for me it is 5 p.m. right now. All right, guys, let's see. We're pushing down towards it. Just because it closes inside of it doesn't mean I'm going to be buying. It means that I'm going to be waiting until it does close below it. Does that make sense? So for anybody that was wondering, like, if it closes inside, that does mean it's going to go up. Yes, but if the higher time frame narrative is bearish, you don't want to be buying just because it closed inside of a 1 minute gap. You want to be waiting for the sell. So even if that means it goes back up first, I'd still rather not take the trade. I would rather wait until it goes up and then comes back down because I know that the true direction is low. It's lower. It's for sells. That's the true narrative for today. So I'm not going to be deceived by a little 1 minute trade. That's why you guys have to make sure that if you guys are trading, like I'm trading on Hanko, you guys can actually split up the screen. So let me get rid of this. You guys can split up the screen here. Layout, split it up, and you guys can do the same thing that I'm doing on TradingView. So if you guys want, you have the like higher time frame here. Let me make sure that this is gold. Like higher time frame on the left, you do the daily markups over here. You see what you're aiming for on the daily. Make sure you don't lose sight of that if you're trading on the 1 hour or whatever. Same thing, 1 hour here. Over here, you can do the 1 minute time frame and look for your IFEGs and stuff. So it helps because that way you don't get distracted by the lower time frame. You don't get confused. So you can see it when it closes inside, that means it's bullish and it should go higher. But I don't want to buy, I want to sell. So I'm not going to be buying off of this gap. I'm going to be waiting for it to disrespect it. Bought at 3 p.m. Eastern, took profit at 4679. Oh, nice. Got you. That's a big buys. I'm in Houston. It's 7 p.m. here. I took my profit too. Got you. So you're in Central Time. I was in a buy since 7:15 p.m. Eastern. Just took my profit at 8 p.m. Asian candle pull up. Nice, guys. Good job, everybody. I usually don't trade until Asia session starts because, as you can see, we get a big amount of manipulation. Like the narrative here today is bearish, but it manipulated higher first. So that's why you want to be careful with trading before the session because your trade can get manipulated like hard. Today you guys won, but most of the time, especially think about it, today's daily candle has no wick. So you guys are literally buying when there's a no wick that at some point it's going to come back down into. So I'm just saying be careful. I'm not saying that you're wrong to do that, but I'm saying be careful. That's why I, over time, realized that it's not worth it to trade pre-market. Took profit when the stream started. I'm going to roll it into this next trade. Nice. Now you can risk a little bit more. Now you can risk what you made. Now I'm rocking with you on the setup. Let's get this sell. Yeah, let's get it. As long as it gives us confirmation. Remember, don't hop in. There's a reason why I look for confirmation. Because if it doesn't give us confirmation, it might just continue going in one direction. I'm going to open the door for the dog. Give me 1 second. You can already see price is struggling to push away from this bullish gap. Where's the entry for the sell? So we don't have an entry for the sell yet, but we're looking for it to potentially flip this gap, and then we're going to hop in over here. So when it closes below the gap, we're going to go in like this, and we're going to target, first of all, equal lows. We want the equal lows to get taken out. That's when we're going to go break even, take some partials, but our main TP is going to be the daily no wick. So we're just waiting for an actual setup that will get us to our TP today, because we don't want to be faked out, especially if price just wants to rip up higher. So we're going to be waiting. If it gives us a setup within the hour, we're going to take a trade. If not, then unfortunately we're not going to take a trade. Also, guys, I am making a series. I don't know if you guys saw on Telegram, I announced that I was asking for somebody that was a complete beginner to trading. So I ended up taking on somebody that responded to me. And this guy's been trading for 3 weeks. And we're going to do a competition on who can perform better over the span of 1 week. The question and the YouTube video is about, can a beginning trader beat a professional trader? So that's going to be fun for you guys, mix up from like all the educational content. So yeah, I also just made a video showing you guys the wrap and then doing 5 lessons. This is a pretty good video. You guys should check it out as well after this. And then again, bootcamp. So you guys can go to my playlist and you'll find all the videos on IFEGs, no wicks, immediate rebounds, FEGs, and then the bootcamp is right here. So the bootcamp has 9 episodes right now, starting from scratch, teaching you guys everything about these concepts as well. So I would recommend going and checking out the content there. All right, we ran up again. We took out the high of today. So maybe this time we'll pull back. I'm just going to look for an entry at the same spot. There's no point for me to try to take a trade here. I'm still just going to wait for it to disrespect this one, because this gap has already been respected. So I would rather disrespect this one rather than it coming into it and then respecting it again. I know that sounds like a lot of respect. What I mean is it's already moved away from this zone. So I would rather it show me that it doesn't want to move up from this zone anymore by closing below it. I don't want to be taking a trade off of this one right here. I'll be watching those. Yes, sir. Yes, I did get somebody. Should have been me. I know, but the point is that it's a beginner. So I wanted somebody that was actually just brand new. It shows a tiny wick on my chart daily. I really hope that I'm not wrong about this. But either way, Jamie, I will be looking for it to go back down into the IFEG. So it does not have a wick, and I know that for sure. I've zoomed in pretty far. It does not have a wick. So I'm 100% confident. Alrighty, we're coming back down. Hopefully, let's get the confirmation here. Again, we can set up our trade. We can be ready to execute whenever it does come. So we're going to go down to the 1 minute time frame. Remember, our trade is going to be right here, only after we get confirmation. So I'm not asking you guys to press the button. We're taking a sell trade. We're going to be placing our stop loss. Probably like, let's see. If we entered from here and we gave it, let's do like 40 ticks, that would barely cover this gap. But still, I think 40 ticks is probably going to be a good amount. 40, 50 ticks. If I do 50 ticks, I'm risking what? With 0.5. How much am I risking? This would be 4684. 4684. And then take profit would be at, what is the daily no wick? It's at 4651. 4651. That's a 1 to 30 RR trade. Isn't that crazy if we did that? 1 to 30 RR. Oh, it's actually not. That's just because the current stop loss is right next to where it'd be. But okay, guys, we're waiting for price to close below this area. I also want to make sure that it doesn't leave a no wick behind, because this current candle has no wick. So I want to make sure it comes back up to take that wick out, and then we will look for our trade. There you go. It did that really fast. Took out the no wick. All right, keep going down now. You can see we did actually create an IFEG right here, but this is why I didn't want to get in off of this one, because this gap still exists and it could have just respected this one and keep going higher. So I wanted to disrespect the gap that it has already previously respected. Make sense? What's up, Blake? How you guys doing? Okay, I'm on XAU USD. I'm 4 weeks in. Nice. Nice. Whole lot of beginners in here, and I love to see that, guys. You guys have any other video suggestions? Because I'm definitely open to it. One of the things with me is like, because I'm posting every single day on YouTube, I need those video ideas. You know what I mean? The last IFEG is invalid, correct? No, this one is valid. Which one are you talking about is invalid? Are you talking about the 5-minute one that we were initially looking for a trade on? That one is invalid because we ran up and closed above it. But yeah, so we are looking for sells. If anybody new is joining in, we're looking for sells because we took out Monday's high. There was a bunch of liquidity there. Second of all, we have a daily IFEG. That's this green shaded area. We have a daily no wick, so we are expecting it to go back down anyways. And we're just looking for confirmation. So if it doesn't give us the confirmation, we're obviously not going to be taking a trade. We want to see price close below this gap. When it closes below this gap, I already have the trade set up. I'm going to be placing my SL at 4684, which I think is pretty tight because it's this whole gap. It's a pretty big gap, but I think we should do it anyways. If it takes us out, we can look for another entry. But if it gives us confirmation here, I'm taking this trade off of pretty much when it taps back into this gap. And I'm going to be entering with because I'm using a 50 tick SL. So I'm entering with 0.5. I'm not entering with one lot. Remember, it's also technically Monday. It's the start of the week for us. So don't go too heavy in. Don't try to ruin your week. Don't blow your accounts on a Monday. You want to make sure you're approaching the week slowly, building up some profit that you can actually risk on other trades. So once again, what do you guys notice? We did not close below the gap. So we still have to wait. Until it closes below this gap, we are not going to be taking this trade. All right, we're just waiting now. 150 people in here is crazy. Where did you guys all come from? Jeez. Trade with someone who's been trading for about 5 months and help them get funded and make enough to leave their 9 to 5 and low-key become best friends with them. This guy's talking about himself, by the way. That's really funny, bro. You can do this, okay? You got this, bro. You'll get funded. Sell pressure incoming, bro. Yeah. Bro smells the sell pressure. Bro called JP up. He's like, yo, Jerome, put in some sell orders for me. Come on. We have those equal lows here, guys, so we know it's going to go down. We just need the confirmation. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Can you explain real quick what you mean by close below the gap? Yeah, so if this candle closes below this gap that I outlined, that flips the bullish gap into a bearish gap. So if you want to learn more about these fair value gaps, I actually do have videos up on the channel. Go to my playlist and go to FVGs. Watch those videos. I also have a video called The Ultimate Guide to Fair Value Gaps, so you can learn what they are. But these are the concepts that I trade with. All of these that I have marked out: liquidity, no wick, immediate rebalance, IFEG. These are all the concepts that I trade with, and they're all on my channel that you guys can learn from for free. It pretty much shows me a change in the market structure. Right now, it's bullish still, so I'm not going to be entering until it closes below it. I drank a little bit too much water, guys. I'm gonna have to take a step out. But if I come back and it closes below and you guys didn't shoot me a text and be like, yo, Marky, like it gave us confirmation, then I'm really going to be upset. No, I'm just kidding. It looks like it's coming here. We'll get our trade. We're waiting for it to close below. It has to close below. And then tab back in. If it does not close below, then that means no trade yet. Okay? I'll definitely be checking out your videos after this call. I highly encourage it. When the candlestick finishes below the entry line. Yes, that's right. It's easier to join your session after the 9 to 5. Yeah, that's why I like Asia's session, because it's like, for me, always, I'm not a morning person. I don't wake up in the morning. I prefer to sleep in. So for me, trading in the evenings has always been like such an amazing thing to be able to do. And that's why I also don't trade NASDAQ here, because it doesn't move. That's why people don't say Asia's a good session, because they're talking about NASDAQ. For gold, it's an amazing session. And if you guys don't believe me, first of all, this is the performance on my account right now. Second of all, like look over the 90 days we've had, like this is live with you guys, 72% win rate and a 5 RR. And then I post every single trade recap on my channel. Exactly, like even when we don't trade, I didn't trade on gold today. Here's why. If we take a loss, I'll post it. But most, like in the last few weeks, we've been absolutely cooking, and you guys can watch every single one of those streams. So let's see if we get confirmation here. We got 3 seconds until this closes. We didn't close below. We did not close below. It was very close though, and we're finally pushing through it, but we didn't close below. So it'll come back up into this area. Do you guys know how I know that it's going to come back up into this area? Because this candle does not have a wick. So we just wait for it to come back, take out this no wick, and then we take our trade from here. No wick. So get ready, because we are going to be pulling back up, and it might be fast. So I want you guys to be ready. Hopefully it does not take out these lows. I do not want it to take out these lows. I want it to come back up, give us an entry, so that we can take the trade, like some partials, off at the lows. Oh, there's actually a bunch of new DMs for the live stream. So I'm going to respond to that right now. I have a copy paste message to send everybody. All right, we closed below it. So now this is a bearish IFEG. So do you guys notice this was a bullish gap? Now this is a bearish IFEG. And now I'm hoping, I'm really hoping that we pull back up and we get an entry off of this no wick before it takes out the low. Because that way we can go break even and take partials off by the time it gets here. I do not want it to go down here first. I want it to tap us in first, give us an entry. Come on. Soon as it comes back in, I'm hopping in. I already have my position set up. So SL here for this trade is going to be 4684, and then the take profit, 46. Oh, sell. Make sure you click sell. 4684, and take profit is going to be at the daily no wick right here. So 4651. Get ready, guys. It's coming back up. It's coming back up. It's going to tap us in here. It's going to tap us in here. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. We have the no wick right there. It is going to go up and tap us in. Get ready. It's coming. It's coming for the entry. As soon as I'm clicking entry, I'm going to the restroom because I got to go right now. Come on. Give us the entry, please. Please. All right, guys. Get ready to press the button. I already have my position set up. SL 4684, TP 4651. I'm really hoping that it doesn't just run from this regular FEG. If you guys saw that, that's just a regular FEG right there. But I'm waiting for it to tap into the IFEG. So I'm taking the risk here that it's worth it to wait a little bit longer because I know that it wants to take out this no wick. Get ready. All right, we tapped in. We tapped in. I'm clicking sell. Boom. I'm in my position, guys. We finally got it. We finally got our entry. Let's go, boys. Let's hope that we reverse from this area now and go towards these, first of all, equal lows. So we have equal lows right here. And then we have the daily no wick lower. So we place our stop loss at 4684, which, by the way, it actually just ripped straight through this gap, which was crazy. We took out the no wick, though. So let's hope that we survive this trade. It's super close to my position here. That was really close. That almost took me out. I'm still expecting it to go lower. We have equal lows right here. So I'm wondering at this point whether I should give myself a little bit more room. But we are looking for these equal lows as TP number 1. We're going to take some partials off. And then we're going to expect price to drop down to 4650. All right, we survived. We survived. That was a little scary, though. That was super scary. Did you guys see how close that came to our SL? Holy moly. All right, guys. I have to use the restroom, so I'll be right back, but hopefully it dumps back down. Give me a second. No, jeez. Dang it, that took us out. That took us out, didn't it? Okay, came back up into this higher IFEG. I'm gonna see maybe we get a new for Valley Gap or something, but that took me out. I lost $163 on that trade, which isn't bad at all. We had a pretty good risk management. Okay, I got glitched out. Dang it, guys. We did create the IFEG and we had a no wick and we had equal lows right below us. So I'm actually really surprised that we didn't go to where I was looking for today. Yeah, it took me out too. Small risk, lost $3. There you go. Yeah, that was like a 50 tick SL, so pretty tight. I think it was even less than that because right away when we started running, it placed me in an even better position. But we took out the highs again. So we have a bunch of new fair value gaps, and I'm actually going to be looking for another entry. Why am I going to be looking for another entry? Because these lows are still there. The daily candle still has no wick. So if I have to sit on stream with you guys a little bit longer today, I'm going to do that because I'm really confident in today's daily range that we are going to retrace back down into this daily IFEG. And I feel like it would be a bummer to miss out on such a massive trade. If it goes down into this gap, that's about 500 ticks. 500 ticks to go back down into this area. So I would like to actually be a part of that move. And we're going to look for another entry as it goes down. So trade number 1 of the stream was a minus $163. Let's go. Let's go. As long as you guys understand it, that's what's going to keep you guys confident in the actual setup and know to keep going here. All right, we are retracing again. This time we took out liquidity again, one more time, and we have a higher gap. Maybe even a 5-minute is going to form here. So let's see, because previously we didn't have any 5-minute gaps. Potentially here we might get a 5-minute gap. I'll keep my eyes out for that. But if it starts to run down here, I would definitely be open to taking a trade off of this gap. It would be actually a pretty good RR setup here, where we take it off of this one, SL above the high, maybe like inside right there, 50 ticks again, going for equal lows, and then down for 4650 at the daily no wick. All right, let's see. Let's see if we break back down, if this was just another manipulation. And if this trade doesn't work out, if it doesn't actually break out through these lows, most likely we're just consolidating and we should probably step away from the day. So I'm giving myself one more entry opportunity here. And if not, I'm obviously going to be sending out a trade in the Telegram. So keep your eyes out for that. Let's see if we flip this gap and get another entry. I moved my SL. I was too scary. Lost 214. Dang, you lost more than me. Lot size. My lot size is 0.5. So I'm going in with the same amount here. Okay, so far, no confirmation. Telegram is being really weird with the copy paste. All right, guys, we're just looking for another confirmation. We're looking for the gap to get flipped one more time. It still looks very bullish, so it doesn't look like we're flipping the gap yet. And that sucks a little bit because we honestly had a pretty A+ setup here. We got a liquidity sweep, first of all. We took out a lot of highs. Second of all, we waited for the IFEG, which we finally got right here. Finally got the IFEG. We had a no wick, so we got a beautiful entry where we waited for it to come back, and it did come back into the gap. Took out this no wick candle, and we had equal lows just right below. So I was expecting for sure this was just going to be a beautiful setup. But we didn't get it, and that's just part of trading, that even if you wait for the perfect setup, you can still take a loss, and that's why you guys have to have good risk management. You can't risk all your eggs on one basket. You got to make sure that you're able to take the next opportunity when it comes. So we're looking for another setup here. We want to wait for it to retrace back down, actually catch it on the way down. And actually, I see now that we are forming a 5-minute gap. And from my experience in Asia session with 5-minute gaps, it's been pretty good. If you guys realize, we've been actually catching some beautiful trades with the 5-minute gaps. So here in 3 minutes, we're going to get a 5-minute bullish FVG. If we close below that one, then for sure we have a 5-minute, which is a higher time frame trade. Market just used us as liquidity, yeah, to keep going higher. How do we join your Telegram? If you want to join my Telegram, the link is going to be on my YouTube. So if you guys haven't seen my YouTube, I post all of the trade recaps and other videos that are going to teach you the concepts that I use. It's Trades by Marky on YouTube. So search that up on YouTube if you guys want to join the Telegram. It's going to be the first link in the description. So we are going to get a new 5-minute gap. This is happening in 2 minutes. We're going to look for price to flip this 5-minute, and then we're going to take a trade. So let's see if we can get this 5-minute IFEG. What are you guys thinking? What's the new SL and TP? So we're gonna wait for a setup because this one might take a little bit longer. I already subscribed to your YouTube channel. Hey, I appreciate it. I don't widen my SL these days. Yeah, to be honest, it's not a good thing to widen it. You kind of just have to think about why might price want to go higher, but the reason why I didn't want to widen it is because we literally closed above the gap. We closed above it. So that disrespected the bearish IFVG. It disrespected it. Alright, so we are getting this 5-minute FVG now. Come on. Let's hope. Let's hope and pray for a beautiful trade on the way down here. Let's wait for it to break down through this 5-minute IFVG. We got 30 seconds until the close here. Okay, 7 seconds. 7 seconds and we get a new 5-minute gap. What did you guys all eat today? Let me know. 144 people in here. We are growing every single session, guys. Who said buys earlier? He was low-key, right? Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure, for sure, for sure. Alright, this candle has a wick. It looks small, but it does have a wick. Let's look for this to retrace now. Give us a IFVG. And we'll be taking one more setup here for the day. We're now on the 5-minute time frame. So to be honest, same kind of setup here. We're going to wait for price to go down, flip the gap, and then most likely our stop loss is just going to go about, say, from the low. We're going to need a little bit more room here just because of how massive this gap is. 4.6, what is it, 4.687? No, we need more. 4.688, the top of this 5-minute IFVG. And then for our take profit, 4.651. So let's see if we get another setup. I literally didn't risk anything on this first setup. That's why, guys, on my account right now, the RR is literally 1 to 5 on average. Had a meal from McDonald's, low-key smacking. Eggs, nice. We got McDonald's and eggs, the complete opposite of the spectrum. 9 p.m. rolling up to, oh yeah, that 6 o'clock expansion. A protein taco bowl with ground beef, cottage cheese, tomatoes, onions, shredded cheddar, and taco sauce with tortilla chips. Bro, sheesh, bro. Sheesh, you're eating good. Yeah, bro is shredded, bro. If he's eating like that. Chicken pot pie, homemade. Ooh. Nice. What else did people eat today? Alright, guys. We just need a little bit more time, a little bit more patience. We are definitely going to be dropping in what are we going to be dropping in? What drops in hot? Without using any keywords. Just waiting for it to retrace now. Alright, guys. We do have some sort of a reversal here. Bro, you need to get +1 monitor ASAP. Yeah, I was thinking of getting the double things on the side. I don't know. I don't have enough room on my desk to be honest. I enjoy my little setup. I think it would take off too much room. Black seeded watermelon. Black seeded watermelon, nice. I didn't know that watermelon had other types of seeds. Um, fresh fruit smoothie and croissant. Whoa, croissant. You get some Costco croissants or what? I think that's spelled right. Wait, let's actually search this up. Croissant. Yeah, you spelled it spot on. Bro didn't pull out the magnets. No wonder he didn't sell it. Bro, you think so? You think we need to attach an anchor to the setup? Pull out some magnets down here. For some reason, it's not working. It's not working. It's not letting me place anything. I don't know. My laptop just in general is bugging right now. It doesn't want us to win. Bojangles famous chicken. That sounds fire. Unpopular opinion: watermelon is disgusting. Bro, you just gotta get the right watermelon. I feel like you've just experienced like a bad watermelon. Like you gotta get a nice cold crispy watermelon. Like it's actually really good. It's just like water. My son loves Costco croissants. Bro, the Costco croissants are fire. No wonder he likes them. They're so soft and flavorful. You still waiting for an entry? Yeah, I'm still waiting for an entry. We need price to go down. Flip this gap on the 5 minute. Now we have a 5 minute gap, which is a plus. Let's check. Maybe even 15 minute. No, nothing on the 15 minute. But 5 minute for sure. If we wait for this 5 minute to get flipped, we should have a pretty good solid setup. And if it doesn't get flipped here in the next 15 minutes, I'll just send out a trade whenever it does. But as of right now, no setup anymore. A good cantaloupe is fire, no cap. Yeah, I agree. Yellow watermelon is the best watermelon. I searched up the whole thing. Yellow watermelon, bro. I've never had a yellow watermelon. Where do you get a yellow watermelon from? Like, where do they even make this? What does it taste like? Did you guys know that there was? If you guys knew that there was yellow watermelons, let me know in the chat. 2, if you knew that they existed. 1, if you didn't know. Because I did not know that existed. Queen, come here. It's okay. Come here. 2. You just found out. Alright, that's not how this game works. Oh, I see. Most of you guys did know. All right, we're dropping, guys. We are dropping. I'm telling you guys. Price does not want to go higher. Price does not want to go higher. Not without a wick on the daily. That's like the highest time frame, guys. That's a very significant time frame to not have a wick on our daily candle. Ooh, I just checked the markets and we are dropping. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What makes it a NOEX? So you have to be using the forex.com. Those are the official forex charts. And those are the charts that are going to show you the NOEX. It makes it a NOEX because it opens from the previous day and right away starts to expand without going lower than the open. You actually cannot have a wick on it because this is the official open. And if it opened and started running up right away, how can there be a wick on the bottom of the candle? Does that make sense? So if you're using a chart that shows you a wick, you're using the wrong charts. Forex.com, you search that up on TradingView and you use the Forex.com one, XAUUSD. That's the pair that we're trading right now. We tapped into this 5-minute gap and started going higher. I kind of want to see us break lower, so we're not going to be taking any trades until we close below this area. So we still have like a good 10 minutes potentially until the next hour. And hopefully from there we actually drop down. Come on. I'm going to be burnt out today, to be honest. So the wick dictated the narrative basically. No, it's not the wick by itself. We also have the daily IFEG that we have not been into yet. We have a bearish daily gap right here. There's a few things that I'm noticing that make me want to sell today. It's not just the no wick, but it's a big part of it. Yes, this is for a sell. Yes. Pigment, they lack lycopene, the red pigment found in standard watermelons, and instead of their color from the beta carotene, the same antioxidant found in carrots, they are not genetically modified. Yellow watermelons are actually an ancient type cultivated in Africa for thousands of years, predating modern red varieties. Wow, that's amazing. I don't know why I haven't seen more of them. I'm on TradeLocker. It's showing me XAUUSD1 metals. Yeah, TradeLocker is for a broker, so or like a prop firm, but they have their own charts. So you want to still make sure that you're marking everything out on your trading view. And don't think that this is a concept that I made up and haven't used before. Go watch every single stream that I've traded with the NOEX. You guys are going to find out this is literally one of the best concepts you can learn out there. Are you going to be live later as well for Asia session? So this is Asia session. 5 p.m. is Asia open. As you can see, Asia session opened when we started this stream. But if you're talking about 7 p.m., that is I'm going to be doing a challenge with the beginning traders, so I'm not going to be live. We're just going to be filming a video. Let's see what we got here today. We're running back down. You guys can see it does want to go down. Like it clearly does. Every other big move up, we are getting a retracement. Could we not have taken a buy on these push ups? So I personally don't look for little small moves like this. I'm looking for the daily expansion. So if you've traded with me, you know that my moves are pretty massive. I don't really care for like a little move like this. Also, it's against my narrative. You guys saw the one trade that I took, it gave me a bearish confirmation. So no, I wouldn't have been able to take a buy on the way up because the buys, there was no confirmation for buys. It was bearish confirmation, and then it decided to disrespect the bearish confirmation. Also, this chart is being weird. I need to reload this. There you go. Okay, guys, we're running down. We actually are looking like we might get a setup here by 6 o'clock. Whew. Yes, so it could be Tuesday for Asia if I'm not mistaken. That's right, it is Tuesday. 11 p.m. That's London session. Yeah, so 11 p.m. London session, I will be live. What's going on, everybody? Gold be violating. Sometimes it is a little bit harder to trade than other days, But as long as you have good risk management, like you're not gonna get burnt. Like I lost $163 on the first trade, which was completely fine. Now we're gonna take another trade, cook that all up plus some. You know what I mean? Come on, I am hoping that we get this set up here by 6 o'clock. This is gonna be a good move if we do. We can also just go break even at these equal lows and take partials off the table. Like this is gonna be fire. All right, I'm just gonna give it a little bit more time. I'm gonna quickly go grab something to snack on. 1 second. It's coming, guys. We are about to get our confirmation. I got some steak jerky. No. The dogs want some too. Both of them. No. Get down. Alrighty. Hopefully, maybe at 6 o'clock, a bunch of new volume comes in. You'll bring me bear jerky, bro? That would be awesome. That would be so sick. I wonder how that tastes. I think we just missed his setup. No, we didn't. We are getting a setup from the bottom right here when it closes below the gap. That's a bullish gap. Don't worry, guys. My setup takes a long time to play out. It'll be running for the rest of this day. It's going to be a long recording, though, for sure. At least we're finally, like, we got 3 bearish candles. We are finally getting that bearish volume we were looking for. Give me 1 second to finish up my food and then we'll get back into the market. Some of them are actually yellow on the outside too. Cool. Alrighty, so just to recap for everybody, we are looking for price to close below this area. Now, we've been waiting for sales for a while, and sometimes it's like that. It takes a long time for you to actually get your setup. Here's the thing, we're about to get a new 1 hour candle open. So on the 1 hour time frame, we're about to get a new 1 hour candle. So most likely, we're going to get a lot of volume that's about to come into the market. So we got to be ready for that. I'm hoping that, again, I want to get an entry from this gap. I really don't want it to run down without us because this is part of the trade. This would be a great point to actually like be able to close our position at. And now that it's like 6 o'clock, we might actually just rip down there into the hour and we might not get the confirmation. You know, that's what sucks right now is that we might not even get it despite all this waiting. But we will wait. We will wait. We will hopefully wait until the next 5-minute candle. And then it taps back in, taps us into this IFEG, and we can actually catch the setup to these equal lows. I definitely do believe that the narrative is on point. We also have this new hourly fair value gap, and it's going for it right now. That sucks a little bit because we were so close to closing below it. It decided to stay into it. I guess 5-minute time frame was too high for us. It did respect this 1-minute IFEG. Dang it. Dang it. So we might not have a setup. We might just have to end it there after that first one. I guess we'll wait until this slow pullback right now. And see if we pull back up into this area, get an entry off the 5-minute. If not, then that's unfortunately would have been the best setup here off of this 5-minute. Yeah, the 1 hour open. Had to see it through. We just gotta wait here. We just gotta wait and see if we pull back. Did you guys grab some snacks? I didn't have time at all today to make some food. Dang, bro, that kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. All right, we still have a chance though of getting an entry as long as this next 5-minute candle wants to pull back into the IFEG. We might still get something solid. Look up Palawan, Philippines. That's where I'm headed. Let's see it. What made you want to go to this area specifically? That is sick. That is sick. Has anybody been to the Philippines? What do you guys know about the Philippines that you can share with us? This looks beautiful. Do you know if the water is warm or cold here? Wow. It's just so tropical. How are you even going to be able to trade out here when there's like nothing? It's just a remote society. There's no Wi-Fi. You're going to have to send a letter of what you think gold's going to do in the next month, and then someone's going to place a swing position on your account. Oh, Starlink. You have 2 employees out there? Yeah, it is beautiful. I have to go. My wife is half Filipino and half Chinese. Yeah, bro, you gotta take her. Got you, bro. Even on the most remote island, we're gonna be in the lives. Yeah, just catching some bangers. All right, we're closing at least the 6:05 candle. Um, okay, we are actually retracing after taking out these equal lows, which is valid. Like it should retrace after that. Second thing is we want to make sure that it goes back up into our IFEG for our entry, and it actually respects that area. So remember that first trade we just kind of ripped straight through the gap. Um, like we knew it was going to go to these equal lows, right? It was just a matter of it not giving us the confirmation because this was the 5 minute gap. So price made it a little difficult today. But on the bright side, we still have a really far way to go. Down to this daily no wick, we still have a really far way to go. That's like 250 ticks. So we can still catch a really good move here. We just gotta be patient, wait for another confirmation, and take another trade. And I'm willing to wait for it. I am willing to wait for it. Let's see what we got. Now that we are in 6 o'clock, we do have some new stuff. Nothing on the 30-minute is relevant to us right now. And we have still no 15-minute gap. So I would still just stick to the 5-minute time frame right here. I'm seeing a bullish gap right here on the 5-minute. It might just respect this one and keep going lower. So we might get an entry off of here, but we'll see. We'll see how it looks. Who's still in? You got in, bro? No way. 4688 has the no wick on the 1 minute. Yeah, but if it creates something new, like it can go up later. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to go back to like a 1 minute no wick right now. The daily time frame is its number one priority right now. So I believe it's gonna go up later, but first I want to catch this move on the way down. Should have stayed in, bro. You can't predict the market before. You know what I mean? You can expect that it's going somewhere, but you don't just move your stop loss to an infinite level. You want to still trade with confirmation. So you saying I wish that I could have stayed in doesn't really do anything for you as a trader. It doesn't make you a better trader at all because it's only going to encourage you in the next trade like this to think to move your stop loss higher. That's not how you become a profitable trader. You have to just keep trading the confirmations. One of these confirmations is going to give it to you and it's going to run to your target. So you can see right now we just respected this gap. We're pulling back up and we're probably going to get a trade here. We have absolutely nothing to wish that you could have stayed in. I'm still in, was minus 28 and closed partials and moved to stop loss. Nice. I'm still expecting it to give me some confirmation here. So either way, I'm waiting. That's why I'm still live right now because I like today's range. It actually is a great opportunity to catch a great trade. Normally, I would be done trading, but today I actually see a really good setup. And that's why I want to keep trading until it gets there. Plus, I only took one trade, and it was a $163 loss, which is nothing. So we have to Be patient, wait for a confirmation, and when we get it, we will still be able to make a lot of money. Yeah, you definitely can't have FOMO. Still just gotta stay disciplined, wait for your setup. All right, if it pulls back here, we want to be ready to actually execute. So, what are we going to wait for when it goes back into this area? SL is going to be above the 5-minute gap. So when we get up here, that's about 50 ticks again. So it's going to be risking about $250 on this trade. Let's see, because we do. Let me mark out for you guys what we have here. We have this bearish IFVG and we have a regular FVG right here. So we want to slightly put it higher than this higher gap. So I'd say like 50 ticks from the bottom. 4689. I'd say 4689 is like a safe SL. The safest SL. So when it gets up into this area, I'm going to press sell. So we're waiting for it to tap into this IFVG up here. 5-minute time frame IFVG. I actually entered a sell a few minutes ago on accident. That's crazy. We made back the loss. It's time for the real setup now. Do you guys understand though why it sucks that we took out these equal lows first? I feel like that was like an easy, like, you know that if it goes to these equal lows, or like we knew that it was going to go to these equal lows. So that's why if it gave us that confirmation the first time, we would have first of all made some money and already gone break even. But now our first TP is going to be like a little bit further. You know what I mean? Instead of just these equal lows, it's these lows right here. These ones or these ones. So they're a little bit further now. It really is a waiting game today, guys. And I appreciate you guys staying on stream with me. It's already 6:11. We've been live for 1 hour and 10 minutes. But I really like today's range. Like I said, like I'm normally not going to be trading for this long. But today I feel like it's worth it because of the like size of this trade. As long as we get confirmation. Come on, bruh. And we appreciate you staying on stream to help us make some money. Hey, I'm staying on stream also because I just like the setup. You know what I mean? I know that it's gonna come, and I like the setup today, so I want to wait for it. I want to actually be able to execute and make some money on this setup. Also, I've never uploaded a video longer than like 2 hours, so we're gonna see how the recap does on YouTube. When you guys see what happens today, especially people who still can't join. Some people don't want to deposit $100 to join Traders Pulse. Do you guys think it's worth it? What would you guys say? Is it worth it to deposit $100? I feel like most people also don't understand how a broker works, how a live account works. You can literally withdraw your money. You can take it all out, every dollar of it. So like, I don't know why people are scared to put in $100 just to watch some live streams. Yeah, you guys think it's worth it? It's definitely an investment, and plus, like, you don't really lose that money. Like, you learn, you can trade with us and make money on it. Let me send these. We're kind of now in the range. It kind of sucks. All right, guys. Here's the deal. I'm waiting for another. I'm gonna say 10 minutes. So until 6:30, pretty much. If it doesn't give us confirmation, I'm ending the stream there. If it does, we're gonna hold it all the way to like the next TP where I'm obviously gonna go break even and take partials. So let's see. Some feel it's a get rich scheme, but in reality, it's a path to freedom for life. Yeah. I think it keeps people from wasting their own time, and you can tell who is serious or not. I agree with you, definitely. People who complain about small investments would have sticker shock with some of the other trade gurus and their fees to learn. Yeah, bro, that's true. Most of those people, they don't ever actually get into trading because they're afraid to even risk like $100 on themselves to start a funded account or put $100 into a live account to actually trade. How are you going to be a profitable trader if you're afraid to even start? Starting is step number one. Okay, we might get confirmation here on the way down. As you guys can see, we're about to flip this other gap right here. So if we flip that one, I mean, it's not the best, but I'd still be interested in taking a trade off of it. That's still market telling us that it wants to go lower from where it's at right now. So we'll see right now. What is the most trades you have taken in a week? I mean, I didn't never really kept track of something like that. Does everyone have a money daily goal? I don't usually have a money goal. I am just aiming for whatever the target is, and that's just depending on whatever the target is. That's where I close my trade. So as you can see, every day is going to be different depending on the target and obviously how much I'm risking as well. No trades Monday for me today, but starting from Tuesday, which is what we're doing right now, so far down 160. And that's why you can see over the span of a year, I've consistently had over a 2 RR. In the last 90 days, a little bit higher than that. 5R. So pretty solid. I would say pretty solid. Okay, we're actually pulling back again. We're pulling back up again. We're consolidating a little bit on the lower time frame, so you can see we're building up that accumulation. Remember, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So now we're back in the accumulation stage. We're going to wait for it to manipulate, take out the highs, and then distribute towards the actual narrative, which would be the daily no wick down here. It's going to go there. It is going to go there. If I was like on stream on a prop firm account, I would say I'm entering on my live account and just hold it. That's what I do sometimes when I know it's going to specific levels and I don't have the time to catch a perfect trade. But like with you guys, obviously I'm going to catch like the best setup that I possibly can catch. Like even the first trade, I'd say it was really good. We did have all the confirmation. We knew it was going to this level. It was just like, look, guys, we literally missed it a little bit. That was really, really close to hitting our target, which we knew it was going to go to. It just ran up, manipulated again, and then didn't give us confirmation on the way down. That 6 o'clock open was pretty brutal. What is the most trades you have taken in a week? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Can you click it on here? I think you could do it on Act Trader where you click it and you can see. Let's ask the AI. What is the most trades I've taken in a week? 26 trades across 4 days. How did I do that week in terms of my end of week P&L? Oh, it actually says this week. Wait. July 29. No. How did I do on the week July 29 through August 2nd? Yeah, so we still had a really good week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we caught 3,000, 1,600, and 2,400. And we still didn't pull back up either way, so we're still waiting. I've once did 49 trades in one day. Yeah, that's just gambling, bro. You're just gambling at that point. That's so funny that you said that. This guy says that, and then the other guy says people do that in one day. Bro, after like 3 trades, I'm just like, it's because like I have a little bit of that ego where I'm like, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I know that I'm wrong. Like I can't sit on the charts and keep trading because I think that I'm wrong. If I'm 3 trades in and I've lost those 3 trades, I'm done for sure. Because at that point, I was wrong about every single entry. I would rather get off and go do something else because I know that I should not be losing 3 trades in a row. Sometimes the day is difficult. Like my narrative can be on point, but the day is just hard to trade. And that right there can happen as well. Uh, we're just waiting. I got a little replica of my car. Look at this, guys. That's what we're up to at this point, guys. It's making us go crazy waiting this long. Sundays and Mondays can be iffy. Yeah, Fridays too. Okay. Looks like we are going to be getting some bearish confirmation here from this 5-minute gap. I wouldn't want to take the trade from here anymore because we consolidated here. So I would rather wait for it to get up here. We're waiting. We're waiting, okay, guys? If you don't want to wait, if you are getting tired, then feel free to hop out. But I'm going to be waiting for this setup until 7 o'clock. bro. We still have 200 ticks until the daily Noik. I'm gonna write some stuff that I'm grateful for. Gotta do some gratitude journaling, guys. This is what keeps you going. You know what I mean? August 24th. We're getting that 5 minute IFEG right there. What else do we have? What is this bearish one? Oh, we're back inside of the daily bearish gap right here. If you saw that, we have pulled all the way back down. Sheesh. Sheesh. This 1 minute gap down here, we low-key consolidated around this IFEG on the 1 minute. That's what actually happened right there. If I didn't go back up to the 5 minute, I might have been able to take a trade off of that. But it wouldn't have been the best entry there. Let's see. We just got a new 5 minute candle and closed bearish on this IFEG. And that was a big move too. That was a really solid move. We actually left this consolidation. We left it. So now my question is, are we going to pull back up above the daily bearish gap to go back up into this 5 minute, manipulating both sides of liquidity, or are we going to run down? That's a question that we can actually learn from today, depending on what it does. And we just got to hope, guys, that it doesn't go all the way down to the daily Noik before we can get our trade, because this is a big part of our trade. If we can catch a trade down to that, that would be amazing. 1 hour time frame right there. Like, this trade setup is great. Like, we knew that it was going to go down because of the daily Noik, right? It was just a matter of execution. And that's where, like, you can still fail sometimes. I'm grateful all the time and for everything. Yeah, that's a good one. Hey, we're pulling back. We're pulling back just a little bit, though. At this point, guys, we ran so far. That's a reminder that I need to start doing my gratitude list again when I wake up and again before bed. I did it for 2 years straight. It was probably the best 2 years of my life. Then I got comfortable and let it slip away. I will start again. Yeah, I feel like it's something that I've needed to start recently. And it definitely helps you, be more conscious of what you're doing every single day. And, like, making sure that you're not getting into, like, this, like, a bad mood over anything, like, that you should actually be grateful for. So it's a reminder every single day. If you could just remind yourself of what you're actually grateful for, then coming into every single day, you will see the things better. You will be more happier. You'll realize like, oh yeah, like this is a blessing. This is a blessing. Like, oh, God bless me with this. Thank you for that. You know what I mean? We're pulling back up into this IFEG down here. Now, this is obviously not the prime IFEG. Like, this isn't the one that I want to get in off of. And therefore, if it goes down, we learn something, okay? We learned something. But I'm not going to execute off of this one. I'm not getting in off of this one. And I'm talking about this one right here. I don't want to execute off of this one. And if it goes down, I'm willing to obviously sit out of this trade. I really want to see this actually run much higher. And you guys can see we even took out these other lows right here I was talking about without giving us the entry, which sucks. But some days, guys, some days it's like that. If patience was a person, it'd be us right now. Yeah, for real. Hey, Dylan, we're going to have to hop on it at 7 o'clock, though. We're still going to look for a trade. We're going to force a trade, okay? Actually, no. If I don't see a setup still, Dylan, I'm not going to take a trade. Because guess what? Not taking a trade is still winning. So maybe the beginner, a.k.a. you might want to take a trade, and you might lose. So we'll see. I'm going to try to be on top of my game. Go hard or go home. Yeah, for real. Let's see. We didn't tap in, so still has some potential to tap in there. I have a little light in the background, and the dog is fascinated that I can flicker it on with my foot. We've come so far. We're expecting a really big pullback, by the way. Like, this is a pretty solid pullback, but what do you guys think? Are we going to get it? Like, this is straight up 150 ticks back up. That's a big move. That could be a whole setup in itself. Can you explain IFEG, please? So I do have videos up on it. It's pretty much when a bullish gap gets disrespected or a bearish gap gets disrespected and it flips the original state of the gap. So if it was bearish and it gets flipped, that turns into a bullish IFEG. If it was a bullish gap and it gets flipped, that turns into a bearish IFEG. So it's a zone that it's like a market structure shift pretty much. It flips the structure. Bullish on the daily, I thought. We are bullish on the daily from the daily IFEG. So if we get down here, take out the NOIC, tap into the daily gap down here, then yes, I'm going to be bullish and I'm going to be buying from this area back up. But until it gets there, I'm looking for sells to this daily NOIC and the daily IFEG. So we actually have a great opportunity still to buy today. All right, done with that. My question is, why are we looking for sell if it's bullish on the daily? That's what I'm assuming you're gonna at. That's what you were asking. The reason why we are looking for a sell if it's bullish on the daily is because it's not going to be bullish on the daily until it gets back into this area. So it's bullish on the daily because of this area here. It has to come back and tap into it. It's also not going to be running up bullish on the daily if the daily candle doesn't have a wick. So it's going to go back down to create a wick and tap back into this gap. That's why we're selling, because it has an opportunity to sell to this area before we can buy. Does that make sense? We tapped into the 5-minute IFEG and started going lower. Do you guys see that retracement right there? Let's check 1 minute time frame. Maybe we got an IFEG here. We did. Okay, guys. We tapped into the 5-minute and actually started melting down. I would probably take the trade off of this IFEG if we didn't have a no wick up here. Whatever, guys. It's done. No trade day, at least not yet. I'm still looking for a trade. Not yet, okay? Not yet. No trades. We waited for a long time, 1 hour and 30 minutes. I'm still hoping that we're going to get a setup, and I'll send it out to you guys in the Telegram. Promise. So go, if you guys haven't already, join the Telegram community. The link is in my YouTube bio. It's the first link right here. Join the Telegram. You guys will be able to see the trade when I send it out. I'm still looking for this. And in the meantime, guys, just watch and learn. Watch and learn from what happens. But I'm going to be posting this recap. I'm going to just say that we took a little loss, $163 loss, which is nothing. If we don't end up getting a trade, that's going to be a good day for overall RR. Does that make sense? Like, I'm still only risking 160. My wins are way bigger. So that's the goal right there, just to have good RR. You guys can see we're going up from this IFEG either way because we left a no wick. So yeah, I'm just not interested in taking this trade unless we get all the way up here. Okay. The take profit is the daily no wick. I'm not saying on. No, I'm hopping off. Alrighty. Catch you guys soon. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.